Good afternoon, friends. Today I'm back with a very short interval. I've got requests from lot many viewers, subscribers, to make a video on the lunar eclipse, which is I think appearing on 7th September 2025. This is a very wide discussed topic in the global arena. So I think I'll go through in a very microscopic manner. Most of the people may be watching it through moon sign basically. That is definitely a very generalized manner. But my way of looking things is bit very appropriate in a very microscopic manner. So before I put lights on this topic basically, I request all of you, those who are watching my video for the first time or those who have been watching my video from many time have not subscribed the channel. I request you to please subscribe the channel, put a like so this video can reach to the maximum people and you can share with your friends, family member to have a better outlook about the activity taking place. It can affect in many people in a different level. Okay. So lunar eclipse is this. So before we go to this, I request, I think if you people are aware about my Navtara Chakra video, that's a 9 constellation, nakshatra based technique. So this because this eclipse is taking place in a particular nakshatra of Jupiter. So that particular nakshatra of Jupiter will be favorable for whom and not favorable for whom it will be beneficial and for whom it will be negative. Basically, you can get the idea through that technique. So those people have not seen my that video, Navtara Chakra Paddhati. It's a 40-45 minute video. Please have a look of that. And after that, if you look this video, I think you will get a better idea. Or you can, after looking this video also, you can look that. So friends, make sure you do subscribe and like and share with most of the people. So this lunar eclipse is equal to Chandra Grahan, which is taking place in the Aquarius sign in Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra of a Jupiter. This is the third nakshatra of Jupiter in the zodiac belt, which lies between the 20-degree mark from the Aquarius sign to 3 degree 20 minute Pisces sign mark. Okay. And this is happening in the first pada of a Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra. Some will consider it Satvisha Nakshatra, but I have checked all the mathematical calculations and everywhere. This eclipse is taking place in New Delhi, keeping the New Delhi the center point of India basically at the 9:58, which is basically a Sunday. And Taurus ascendant is appearing by that period. So there might be some micro difference by different astrologer, different view, but we can have, I think, further discussions on that. So this basically eclipse is taking place in the Jupiter ruled nakshatra. This is the first pada of Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra between 20-degree mark to 23-degree 20 mark. The first pada of a Jupiter ruled nakshatra in the Aquarius sign. Okay, and by the same time, currently Jupiter itself is also in the Punarvatu nakshatra in the Gemini sign. It is in the first nakshatra. So during this eclipse time, Jupiter will be aspecting the planet Moon. Okay, so this is up to some extent a kind of a relief. But when basically eclipse kind of things happens, basically planet gets polluted, infected, or you can say Moon is basically planet of your mind, mother, emotions, happiness, and it's taking place in Aquarius sign. So Aquarius sign and Jupiter means wealth, family, education, children's, friends, network, trouble with the father. All these things might get hampered. Although this eclipse in India is taking place between, let's say roughly you can say 10 o'clock to 1:30, near about 3 hours, or I would like to say 3.5 hour time zone. And it will be shifting to the next day as per the Indian calendar after 12 o'clock. So the eclipse is technically, we can say, happening between the 7th and 8th September, Sunday night and Monday early morning. Okay. So for which kind of nakshatra or moon sign this nakshatra, this eclipse is going to be a serious concern, or they should take special precaution in their life basically, because eclipse is not something which is going to affect you immediately, not necessary. It may affect you within the time frame of 1 month, 6 months, even 1 year. Its implication can be affected in within 6 months to 1 year time frame also, as this is taking place in a fixed sign of Saturn. Currently, Saturn is retrograde, sitting in its own nakshatra, Uttara Bhadrapada, in a Pisces sign. So, whenever eclipse is taking place in any particular sign, nakshatra, we need to look it in a micro to macro level. So, how we can understand that? The nakshatra lord is Jupiter, the sign lord is Saturn. And when it is going into the D9, it's going into the Aries Navamsha. This moon will be during the eclipse time, moon will be in Aries Navamsha. It's the sign of Mars. Okay. So I would like to say who can get affected with this. Any kind of, I think, businessman who are a leading businessman, their organization, their institution can face big setback in life because Aquarius sign is the sign of corporate entities. Okay, their fund investment, their collaboration with lot many things, international trades, dynamics, all these things might affect the people having any network kind of a business or social media related business should be very careful. Some fraudulent activity may take place. This sign also represents somewhere the elder siblings in your life. So a trouble with the elder sibling or their children's or family, something might happen. And this is a lunar eclipse, a Chandra Grahan, and this is taking place eight places away from the Cancer sign. Okay, so there might be a lot of migration on the professional level across the globe. And currently, we are witnessing that lot of companies are putting massive layoff, especially most of the sector will, I think, show the layoff in lot many ways. The business dynamics will be changed completely. So these are the areas, and this is a total lunar eclipse. So it will be viewed by 7 point some billion peoples across the globe. So the maximum population of the globe will be witnessing this eclipse. Okay, in India, it's taking place around, let's say, night time, and most of the people will be going to the bedtime, or you might have taken your dinner. So there are some do's and don'ts you need to follow for all of the you. Basically, don't try to have any food items, liquid items especially related to Jupiter. Okay, any kind of dal or any kind of lentils or something like that, which is kesar or something like that related to Jupiter, which is very sweets or something like that. That 3 years you should try to avoid any kind of dinner liquid activity during that time. That can be extremely poisonous, especially for the pregnant ladies or ladies who are going through any periodic monthly menstrual cycle. They should be strictly very careful. Any pregnant lady who is about to have a expecting a baby during that time should be extremely very careful, especially if any lady is pregnant and they are having Mars in this pada. That can be really troublesome for your child. Take my words not as a threat, but as a measurement to alert you. Okay, for all mothers or basically who are expecting their baby may also face a lot of challenge. Why? Because from the sign of motherhood, Cancer, Aquarius sign happens to be the eighth house. So it's a transformative sign, especially for all the pregnant ladies. And the moon basically itself is a significator of mother, but happening in a Jupiter nakshatra and Jupiter putting aspect. But you need to know that at present Jupiter is in Atichari mode, accelerated speed. This is a very fast speed of Jupiter in the Gemini sign. And normally Jupiter in Atichari mode is not a very good. People are bound to take a wrong decision, bad behavior, bad communication, social clashes. There might be some civil war kind of situation related to faith, religion, caste, creed. These kind of things might happen. A lot of fluctuations in global trade and lot many things can be witnessed. So these are the some of the basic things. Basically, I have given you the backdrop, and there may be a lot of assassination possibility of some business entities. Any businessman, I think, who are into the retail chain industry, FMCG sector, or I would like to say they are, you can say, tycoons in the business magnates. Basically, they may affect something. Some kind of attack or some kind of virus effect can be getting triggered in the global level. Something like COVID may also get triggered if possibility within the year time frame. There's a big possibility. So people basically consuming all kind of fast food should be very careful, which are very branded food items. Okay. Any kind of branded food item should be very careful. Basically, there may be a lot of activity, poisoning something or something like that can happen basically. So people related with the media. corporate houses, I would like to say political backgrounds. Basically, these people may see the biggest hit in this life. And now I will be coming to the nakshatra, basically, which nakshatra people are likely going to face the biggest trouble with this nakshatra happening. Okay. Purva Bhadrapada is the 25th nakshatra in the zodiac belt. So, right, starting from the Ketu ruled nakshatra, all the Ketu ruled nakshatra, if you start counting on, and if you will go through my Navtara video, you will find that Jupiter's nakshatra like Punarvasu, Vishaka, and Purva Bhadra happens to be 7, 16, and 25th nakshatra. Okay. So basically, you can see that for anybody who is born in the Ashwini nakshatra in an Aries sign, for them, this is happening in the 25th nakshatra. 25th nakshatra is the third nakshatra of the Vattara cycle, 7, 16, 25. This may give lot of mental agony, lot of mental challenge, lot of mental stress, anything related to your children's, your financial conditions, your job, your father, you might need to migrate, or you might, if you are settled in the foreign land, you may lose your job, or such kind of stress might come upon a lot of expenditure issues related to litigation or something like that. Sometimes things may go on completely adverse in for you. Ashwini Nakshatra people, irrespective of any ascendant, if your moon is sitting in Ashwini Nakshatra, for them, this is the 25th Nakshatra. It's really painful Nakshatra. The second Ketu Nakshatra will be the Magha Nakshatra people, and Magha Nakshatra falls in the Leo sign, which is between 1 degree March to 1320. For them, this is happening in the 16th Nakshatra. 16th Nakshatra is called as a Sanghatik Nakshatra. It's a Sanskrit word. Sanghatik means surprise attack, ambush, a shock, or something like that. And for Leo moon sign, Magha Nakshatra, this is happening technically in the seventh house zone. Okay. So a sudden setback in marriage or something related to spouse, some shock or something may be revealed out, some expenditure due to medical or court litigation, divorce, separation might get triggered, or marriage may get broken, or you will see your partner may be breaching your trust or something like that. Your reputation may go uh, in a bad position. Something of your private activity or videos or something might get exposed to the public domain, which should not come out, or something like that. So if you have anything which is very private, for Leo moon sign people, moon happens to be the 12th house lord. Okay, let's assume Magha Nakshatra as a Leo ascendant, and moon becomes the 12th house. It's a bedroom activity. I'm speaking it very clear. If you are having any kind of videos which are very private within your friends surrounding, which should not be coming to the public, remove it immediately. Or if you have shared with somebody or somebody else, something might go very adverse with you, blackmailing, threat, and lot many things. Some of your old friend or secret enemy may breach your trust and may put you in a very embarrassing situation. Not necessary on that context. If you have invested in money in some of the stocks in foreign countries, or some of the stocks in something like that, because 12th house also speaks about the investment. So you may meet some surprise, shock, downfall, setback with this. Basically, Jupiter's nakshatra speaks with the speculative kind of investment. So you may see a big setback in that investment, and your money will be thrown away. So for Magha Nakshatra, this happens to be the shocking nakshatra. Okay. And after Magha Nakshatra, the third important nakshatra, which is basically falling in a Sagittarius moon sign, which is called Mula Nakshatra. For them, it is the seventh nakshatra. It's simply the Vat Nakshatra. And for them, this nakshatra will be falling somewhere between the third house to fourth house. So somebody, if you are making any short journeys to any specific location, trying to have trouble with your in-laws, younger siblings, any property related issues, inheritance related issues, or any secret fear may get triggered to you. So making any short trips, travel might bother you a lot, and there may be lot many setback in lot many levels. So it can give you any kind of setback, surprise, or something like that, especially if you have any particular planet in this nakshatra, Purva Bhadrapada. So all the Ketu ruled nakshatra, basically Ashwini, Magha, Mula, you are on the radar, especially when the this Purva Bhadrapada eclipse is happening on the Sunday night. Okay. Then second nakshatra which is widely going to get affected for this eclipse is basically all the sun ruled nakshatra. And which are the sun ruled nakshatra? First is the Kritika. For the Kritika nakshatra is falling between Aries and Taurus. It is having a one portion at the end point of Aries sign, which is the first pada. That will be also considered as a birth moon in a Kritika nakshatra. Just three pada from 0 degree to 10 degree Taurus mark is the Kritika nakshatra. So the Aries and Taurus both sign will come under the radar of this eclipse, and they might go through heavy losses or trouble challenges. For them, basically, it is happening in 5, 14, 23rd nakshatra. For all sun ruled nakshatra, if you are born any sun ruled nakshatra, this Jupiter nakshatra will fall in the category of 5, 14, 23. Pratikul nakshatra, Pratyak Tara, adverse. Especially the Kritika nakshatra people might see the biggest hit of this. Either your Aries side, your moon is there, it's Atma Karaka, or it's in the Taurus side. This is happening in the 23rd nakshatra, which is classified as a Vinash nakshatra in the Shandari chakra, which is the micro portion of Navtara chakra. This nakshatra is extremely bad for the Kritika nakshatra people. So, any trouble with the father, any trouble with the bosses, any trouble with your health, your heart, any kind of things basically related to family, wealth, father, friends. You may see some setback or financial setback, business setback, job setback, some kind of setback or some kind of challenges may bother you. So, if especially if there is any important planet in the Purva Bhadrapada, you should be extremely very careful because this will be the 23rd nakshatra for you. Now, any sun ruled nakshatra which happens to be falling in the Leo sign, let's say Uttara Falguni nakshatra, again one portion in Leo, rest three portion in Virgo sign. For them, it is happening in the 16th nakshatra. So for them, it will be related to marriage, spouse, investment, or something related to that kind of shock which I have mentioned earlier. So them also might be facing such kind of threats and challenges related to that. It will be falling in the 5/14th nakshatra. Okay. So 14th is also a Pratikul Nakshatra adverse. Anything related to marriage, investment, challenge, shock, surprise due to the children, due to the spouse, due to your business partner. You are going to put a huge investment in something. Be very careful. Any private video, private information, don't share with anybody. Be very careful for next 6 months. Okay. So that was for Uttara Falguni Nakshatra. Then we will come for the Uttarashadha Nakshatra. This Uttarashadha Nakshatra may be falling between the one portion in Sagittarius and rest three padas in the Capricorn sign. So for them, it is happening in the fifth nakshatra, Pratikul Tara. So for them also the working environment, the colleagues, the such kind of things might bother in some way or other way. So they should also be very careful. Some things may not manifest as an according to your wish. So you have to be extremely very careful. So these were the second most dangerous nakshatra for which eclipse is going to bother. And finally, the third, but the lowest intensity, the nakshatra which is going to bother, which is the nakshatra of Mars. Now, nakshatra of Mars basically falls between the Earth and air side domain. And let's talk about the first earth sign, which is Taurus and Gemini. That is Mrigashira Nakshatra. Okay. Then there's a second sign is Chitra Nakshatra between Virgo and Libra. Then Capricorn and Aquarius are having the Dhanishta Nakshatra. So for them, this is the third, 12th, and 21st Nakshatra, which is called as a Vipattara. Some of trouble, challenges all of a sudden coming on your head due to job, finances, business, marriage related issue might bother in your life. So Vipattara is having a less intensity, but still we cannot rule out the equation that this will not bother. So the people basically born with the Ketu ruled nakshatra, irrespective of any ascendant you are born, your moon may be falling in any house. But if your nakshatra is Ashwini, Magha, Mula, or your nakshatra is Kritika, Uttara Falguni, Uttarashadha, or your birth nakshatra is Mrigashira, Chitra, and Dhanishta. These nine nakshatra are going to face the biggest heat challenges of this nakshatra, and especially those who having the Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra falling in the 16th, 23rd nakshatra should be extremely very careful. Now, anybody who is, I think, born with the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra himself, they are having moon in a Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. For them also, if you are the Aquarius ascendant person, moon becoming the sixth lord, it might give you health issues, job loss, trouble, fight with the mother, some health issues might bother you. So you should be extremely very careful, or the Jupiter ruled nakshatra people should be extremely careful because for them it is happening on their Janma nakshatra. Something related to body, mind, health, setback in emotional terms, some turmoil may bother you because Janma nakshatra will simply affect your mental body, thought process, depression, setback. Now, most of the thing I have revealed here might some people might say that I have talked about the negative things. But why I need to say this? Because look, in general moon sign basis, people will tell you that if the eclipse is falling in the third, sixth, and tenth and 11th house from the moon sign, this eclipse is going. This is kind of a gimmick. Nakshatras are the core foundation of a sign. Okay. And when the planet basically passes through that, it's the soil where the planet harvests the fruit. Which kind of fruit it is cultivating it there. So that way you need to understand that. But for whatever predictions I have told, these are basically a generalized prediction. And things may alter for some of the people depending upon your moon in that particular sign is having a Krishna Paksha moon or a Shukla Paksha moon, then which kind of dasha you are going through. Which if anybody is going through moon Mahadasha, Antardasha, Jupiter Mahadasha, Antardasha, Rahu Mahadasha, Antardasha, Ketu Mahadasha, Antardasha, Sun Mars or Jupiter. These kind of dashas are currently in the activization. By the same time, this eclipse is bothering you in any of the nine nakshatra, then it can affect you in a very severe level. In a severe level. Friends, network, surrounding, gains, achievements might come setback. Because Aquarius is a sign of a corporate institution, a group, a teamwork. Lot of people might have created a lot of team in the social media or somewhere in the other field. This may create a lot of panic in lot many things because when the Saturn is currently in the Pisces and Jupiter in Gemini, both are very dual nature sign. If you see the nakshatra depositor of that Purva Bhadrapada is a Jupiter ruled nakshatra. Its depositor is in the Gemini sign, which is a dual sign where Jupiter is Atichari. Jupiter is Karka, wisdom, wise person. So people might do blunders through their decision making in terms of business, in terms of investment. If you are trusting for some brand, some organization will not ditch you, not trouble you. This will be a very high time to open up your eyes, especially most of the Indians basically who are situated in the western part of the world. Even you may be having a green card, OCI card, you may be the citizen of that country, especially if your job is connected with the banking, finance, or I would like to say you're related to IT services or any kind of corporate institution. So you should be extremely very careful. If most of the people have invested lot of money in forex, basically in the foreign currencies, this is the time to withdraw as fast as possible because I think this foreign currency attachment will destroy your money in lot many ways. If you have done a huge investment in the foreign country in terms of real estate, this can also create a lot of litigation trouble. Why? Because when the Pisces Saturn is getting aspected by the Mars from the Virgo, and Mars is happening in 8th house away from the eclipse. Okay, Jupiter is 5th, Mars is 8th, and currently Sun is opposite to the. So currently the people who are in the ruling position will try to safeguard their interest, and that may bother a lot of people. So that was basically a very generalized warning for some of the people whom this eclipse is going to bother in lot many way. Rest other nakshatra, if I would like to say, the people basically born in the Venus ruled nakshatra, let's say Bharani, Purva Falguni, Purva Shada, if I see, this will be the 6th, 15th, and 24th nakshatra. All the Venus ruled nakshatra people like Bharani nakshatra, I would like to say Purva Falguni or Purva Shada, you have a good news. This eclipse somehow will reward you some of your long awaited desire wishes may get fulfilled. because this eclipse is taking place in the 6th, 15th or 25th nakshatra, which is called the Siddhi Tara in a Navtara Chakra Paddhati. And somehow, if your Antardasha is running through Moon, Venus, Jupiter, Rahu, something like that, you will see some growth, some rise in your life, uh, some change or some achievement in your life. So all the Venus ruled nakshatra people will see some good things basically happening for them. They have a very good time, I would like to say. Then after Venus, basically regarding Sun Nakshatra, we have discussed. Then the all moon ruled nakshatra, Rohini, Hasta, and Shravana. So for them, I think I would like to say this Jupiter Nakshatra will be somewhere falling in the 4, 13, 22 Nakshatra. This is a Chain Tara. So Chain Tara means prosperity, settlement, stability. People may get married or people may get some settlement. You may buy a property or some good change in your living location may happen. You will see some promotion growth happening in your life. So all the moon rule nakshatra people, this will be one of the good phase in your life. Then we have talked about the Mars ruled nakshatra. All the Mars ruled nakshatra, I would like to say for them, this is the Vipattara nakshatra, the third, 12th, 21st nakshatra. So this is a bit of warning, a troublesome, a challenge, an adverse period from you need to take more burden, challenge, tasks to make sure this eclipse is bothering you in a not a very problematic manner, but challenges will be there, not a very comfortable time. Then after when we see the Rahu root nakshatra, all the Rahu root nakshatra will be having a big eyes right now, and there will be Adra, Swati, Satvasha, and this eclipse is taking place in the 2nd, 11th, and 20th nakshatra, which is called Sampattara. And Jupiter, Rahu both are quite adverse in to each other in nature. Rahu is anything unlawful, limitless, or anything. So although this eclipse is taking place in that nakshatra Sampattara, somehow you might win some lottery, some gain, some achievement, some addition to your wealth in some way. But you have to be very careful with your speech, with the family members from discussion. If somewhere your Jupiter or I think Rahu is connected with Mars anywhere, this achievement can turn up into a big setback. Don't try to play gamble, but somehow you will. There are chances of you may getting some winning some windfall lotteries or some great profit in stock market. Basically, Adra, Swati, Sagrisha. This eclipse is taking place in one of the good nakshatra for you people. If you are not having any job or something, some things might happen in your favor basically. Okay. And for all Jupiter ruled nakshatra, I have told them they have to take care of their health, their body, their father, their children's basically, because Jupiter itself is a big planet and having lot many portfolios. Some depression, some setback, some cheating, something might happen related to your children, your father, your community, your religion. Some kind of adverse things might get triggered, so you have to be extremely very careful. It's happening in your Janma Nakshatra. Either you are a Vishaka Nakshatra, either you are a Punarvasu Nakshatra. They may have a less frequency effect, but a Purva Bhadrapada might see a big effect on their life. Okay. And after that, Jupiter Nakshatra, if I see all the Saturn ruled Nakshatra, basically Pushya, Anuradha, and Purva Bhadrapada, this is going to be one of the, I would like to say, 9, 18, 27 nakshatra, which is called the Ati Mitra Tara. Ati Mitra Tara means the best friend nakshatra. So this nakshatra might see the biggest advantage falling in the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces sign. You people might be gaining the highest through this eclipse, especially if the Saturn is in a good condition in your chart, not in a sitting in a troubled nakshatra. Then this eclipse is going to give you some reward, some recognition, some name, fame, something. Your investment may fetch good results. You may buy some property or you may create some big organization, whether male, female in some way. So these people might see some one of the better things happening in their life. Okay. And last and not the least, the Mercury ruled nakshatra basically Aslesha, Jeshta, and Revti. For them, I would like to say Jupiter may be in the Mitra Tara, means a friendly nakshatra, hi, hello kind of a friend, not very bad, not very good, neutral friend. For you, it's a neutral eclipse taking place in Purva Bhadra nakshatra with the condition Jupiter, Mercury, none of them should be combust or in a bad position to make sure that it will somehow give you the good result. not, I would like to say the best result, but somehow will give you the good result. So this way, in the very microscopic manner, I have to given you the idea basically how this eclipse is going to happen and affect most of the people. Now, if anybody willing to understand their chart in a personalized manner in terms of eclipse or other factors, you can book the professional consultation. Or if anybody is willing to learn astrology professionally in a very microscopic, in a very organized manner, also you can approach me. I'm dropping my WhatsApp number in the description center. You can message me, you can call me, we can discuss further all the details for consultation or courses you want to study. So that was my small video on this, friends. I have given you a very individual level. I have not put the mundane areas in the lot many ways. Globally, it's going to impact. I have kept the India in the limelight right now. Okay, because this eclipse is taking place in India around 9:58 Sunday night. Okay, and by 1:26 this eclipse will be out. So this is a time when most of the people will be in their house, their bedtime or something like that. It's a Sunday, maybe going to watch a movie or something like that. So people should be very careful. You are into any multiplex chain or something, some theft activity, some attack, injury in the group. You should be doing party, and we should be very careful. Something very serious, heinous, poisonous activity may take place, especially females going with their boyfriends, wife going with their husband to the multiplex or for watching movie night show or something, any kind of party, you should be extremely very careful. This evening might be very toxic. This Chandragrahan or lunar eclipse is not on a lighter note because Jupiter, despite sitting in Gemini in its own nakshatra in Atichari mode, will take out your wisdom. If something will stuck and trigger you all of a sudden, it will take a very long time to heal in your life. Invest your money carefully. Don't try to go for any shortcut schemes. Going for any dating, marriage, relationship, extramarital affair, some kind of humiliation, trouble will come up you. If you're married, people be very loyal to your husband and wife. Don't try to be very aggressive with your children, with your teacher, father figures, and try to donate things to the single mothers, old age mothers, or unprivileged mothers. Basically, pregnant lady should be extremely very careful with the condition I have mentioned about the specific Ketu, Sun, or Mars ruled nakshatra. Because for Mars ruled nakshatra, also this is going to be a troubling scenario. Mars is the karaka of menstrual cycle of a female. Mars is the karaka of labor pain in a female chart. So females, please be very careful. Don't try to be anything, any rush activity. Some negligent behavior, overconfident will lead you into the big setback, big pain. So be very calm, composed. And when this eclipse is happening in that particular, I think, nakshatra, basically, you should try to worship as much as Prabhu Sri Vishnu. I think keep Tulsi leaves in your house, basically. Try to have fasting during those 3 4 hours, although it's a night time. Take your consume your dinner, your all the things. Basically, if anybody is going to have a Sunday party night, any kind of toxic drinks, alcohol should be strictly avoid because Jupiter sitting in a I think Gemini side will affect your throat and you may see some trouble related, something might happen. By that time, Saturn and Mars are also into the opposition. So this is not a very ideal period for hanging out in party or going to any hilly location, long distance journey, especially if you are located in any city, in your city on your left hand side from your house. If you are going towards a party, which may be the 90-degree left hand side, which is called the southern direction from your house, especially in that evening or eclipse time, strictly avoiding that Sunday. That can be very dangerous for the people, especially the nakshatra which I have mentioned. So that was my conclusion with the eclipse going to affect for the people in a nakshatra. I've given you in a very microscopic manner for all the nakshatra lord. For better understanding this video, you can look back my Navtara Chakra video where I have explained why you need to look the transit through nakshatra with the condition if any of your original planet is sitting in Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra. You have to be very careful. This eclipse can bother you even let's say your moon sign is not going to bother you from that nakshatra. But if you are having any major important planet in a Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra, especially the Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Jupiter, Venus, you should be extremely very careful and try to avoid any misadventure. Don't try to take any quick decision related to finance, family, marriage, dating, party or something. Should be very careful. That was my conclusion with this video, friends. I'll be coming back with very soon with the solar eclipse happening within 2 weeks. To have more update related to that, please I request you to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. If you have any questions, general questions, any doubts, you can drop down into the comment section. So that's the end. We are coming here. So see you again within a short span. Bye.